Hello YouTube, I'm Frogman Forever and welcome to the long-awaited channel update number 2. I've been planning on this video since probably January, and I've taken a lengthy amount of notes as far as everything I want to say in this video. It's going to be a long video, and I thought about playing a video game to kind of accompany my commentary, but then I thought, you know what, I'll probably be pretty distracted with the game and I might not be able to speak as clearly and cover everything I want to cover. So I decided, you know what, I'm actually doing some pre-commentary here, not post-commentary, because I haven't even played a game yet, but I'm thinking about just recording myself talking for a while, and then maybe I'll record some footage of me playing something, and just so that, you know, you'll have something to watch while I talk. I've been planning on this update for some time. There's a lot of information I want to cover. It's more, if anything, it's kind of more for journal purposes, like, you know, documentation purposes. So I totally don't mind if you want to kind of skip over this video. But if you want to learn a little bit more about me, I don't tend to talk about myself a whole lot in my videos. I don't really get into like personal life. And I think even with this video, I probably won't get into too much personal stuff. I won't go into too much detail. I won't really drop so many names or anything like that. So, but, you know, if you're interested and you want to kind of learn a little bit more about me and the history of me getting into Let's Playing and the history of, well, my channels and everything, and basically like where the channel's going, you know, then stick around and you know, have a listen and watch whatever I decide to put on the screen. But yeah, let's get right into it. I got a bunch of material to go on. In a way, I guess you can call this like a podcast, if anything. I don't know. We'll see. This is video number 100, as you might have noticed from the title of the video. First thing I want to do before I do anything else is I want to thank all my current subscribers. Just thank you for the support. Thank you for the commentary or the input, and thank you just for watching. I really, you know, appreciate the support. I appreciate constructive criticism. I enjoy getting no, it's not even so much that I enjoy getting, you know, likes on my video. It's just that I like to know that like my videos mean something to someone. That's like the gist of like why I do this. I do this because I want to give back to the YouTube community or to the Let's Play community what it is given to me, but also people in general who just like to watch Let's Plays, because it's done so much for me. I just want to thank people for support, not only people who are currently subscribers, but also people who I've had as subscribers on my previous channel. Whether or not you have hopped on board as a subscriber on this channel, or whether you're just a new subscriber or whatever, you know. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I want to get into the history of, you know, how Let's Playing all started for me. It all basically started more or less when I was like a freshman or a sophomore in college. Geez, I don't even remember what year that would have been. It would have been a couple years after YouTube started. But, you know, during especially my sophomore year of college, I was going through some depression. Basically, I don't even know how I made it to class every day. You know, education was important to me, but it was important to my parents as well. You know, they always told me and my siblings, you know, as long as you get your bachelor's degree, you can basically do whatever you want with your life. And I thought that was fair, given how much support they've given me and my siblings growing up. So going to school for me was kind of like, it was just essential. I had to go every day, and somehow, despite the depression I went through, especially in my sophomore year of college, somehow I was able to like just force myself to go to all my classes. But aside from going to classes, there wasn't really much of anything else that I really wanted to do, or that I had the energy or the drive to do. You know, I would eat, I would grab my lunch and I'd come back to my room, and I would just want to sit down and watch YouTube videos. That was my only like incentive to get through my classes and to get through the day. So I kind of like rewarded myself between classes and all that. But that was the only thing that I really wanted to do during that time, was, you know, go to class, eat, watch YouTube videos. And part of the YouTube videos I watched, a big part of it was watching Let's Plays. So, you know, before I got into Let's Plays, or I started watching Let's Plays, one of my friends basically introduced me to Angry Video Game Nerd, who is a name I will name drop because I still watch Angry Video Game Nerd and I love Angry Video Game Nerd. But I would watch a lot of those videos. I thought they were hilarious. I thought they were great. And it kind of introduced this concept to me of commentary over video games, which is really neat to me. It didn't really take away so much from the experience. There were certain Let's Players that I would watch that I found kind of annoying. It kind of took away from some of the experience, or maybe they were a little too over dramatic in their commentary. Especially, you know, a couple of the pioneers of Let's Plays. But, you know, I'm not going to name drop anyone, but, you know, I have to give credit to the pioneers of Let's Playing, because they did contribute a lot towards the art of Let's Playing. And I admittedly did watch some of them, and I kept up with some of the videos, you know, until a certain point, and I decided, you know what, I want to do this myself. I kind of got a feel, I kind of studied how they do commentary. And I'm never going to claim myself to be as good as them, or to, you know, even be better or anything, because I'm not. Well, I think in some ways I have some strengths, but I'm not gonna compare myself, is what I'm saying. I have experience behind Let's Playing, but anyway, whatever. I'm rambling. The point is that there was a certain point where I decided, you know what, I think I can do this for myself, and I wanted to, because during that time of depression, Let's Playing for me was an opportunity to smile. There was a lot of days where I didn't feel happy, where I could not laugh or just feel any kind of enjoyment from life. But when I would watch certain Let's Plays, I would at least take a smile from videos every day, and it was something that kept me going emotionally. And so, for me, that's the great value of Let's Playing, is that I got to share in a video game experience with someone else. I kind of got to go on this journey with them. And, you know, a lot of times they would bring a smile to my day. It was like, it made it worth it to me. It was so valuable to me. And I like to think that a lot of people, you know, go through what I had gone through in that light. And that's like my biggest motivation for why I wanted to do it myself, because I wanted to give back to the Let's Playing community what it gave to me. But I also, you know, want to share with others, you know, anyone who wants to watch my videos gets to go on a journey with me. And I hope that I can bring, at the very least, a smile to their day. That's my goal for every video I make, is can I bring a smile to someone's day? Even if it's like, it doesn't even have to make them laugh. I'm not like trying to be, you know, super, you know, hilarious. But if I can just like make one person laugh, or not laugh, smile by watching my video, then I've accomplished my goal. And if I can just reach out to just one person, like I don't even, and I'll get into this in a minute, but I don't even ask for subscribers anymore. I decided to do that in February. I'm not doing it anymore. And I'll explain more of that later. But the point is, like, if I can just like reach out to even just one person and know that I'm producing videos that they watch and that they get some kind of appreciation for, even if it's just a single smile in their day, then I've done my job and I've met my goal. And I'd like to think I've done that, you know, for at least one person out there in the over like 250 videos I've done in my whole Let's Playing career. So let's move on. When I started Let's Playing, I started my first channel, and I actually researched this. I went backwards, and it kind of formed a little timeline for you all. So my first channel started January 1st, 2012. I wanted to start at the very beginning of that year because I was like, it's a new year, it's a fresh beginning, it's my you know, first time ever doing Let's Plays. So that was over 7 years ago, and I've kept up with it for the most part for about a year and a half. There was a lot of time off. There was a lot of breaks and hiatus times. There was even a point where I decided to retire from it. I just wasn't doing it anymore. So out of about 7+ years, I've been doing this pretty solidly for a year and a half. I've made I made 157 videos, not including 2 that I for whatever reason took down. I'm talking about my first channel. So during that time when I had my first channel, I averaged about 8 to 9 videos per month, which is about 2 per week. I know, I did the math. Haha, nerd. 2-year period between the end of my first channel and the beginning of this one. Yeah, that was a 2-year period where I wasn't sure if I was retiring, but I basically decided, you know what, I'm ending my first channel. That's the end of a chapter of my life. I kind of used to talk a little bit more about my personal life during my old channel, but I decided, you know what, I'm kind of past that. I'm a new me, and I don't really want to focus so much on my personal life. Like I said, this video that I'm doing right here is probably the most I'll talk about my personal life than I will anytime soon. I may share a story from time to time, but for the most part, I don't want to go into too much detail. But I used to do that a little bit more on my first channel. By the way, if anyone was curious, and I'll probably try to include the link to my old channel in the description. It was called Frogman J14. Frogman because I've always liked Frogman. Actually, my favorite animal is turtles, but I didn't think Turtle Man rolled off the tongue that well. But I like frogs. And then J because my name is Josh. So J for Josh. And then 14 because 14 is my favorite number. So that was my channel name, Frogman J14. But when I started this channel, I was like, you know what? I'm always gonna be Frogman. Like, I'm always gonna be Frogman. So I was like, I'm Frogman forever. So it just stuck. I don't know, it just made sense. Alright, so yeah, there was basically a 2-year period between my first channel and then this channel. So on my second channel, I started, and this is Frogman Forever that I'm talking about. I started that October 8th, 2015, which is crazy because I probably wasn't at my most active until I started again back in this past February. So for about 6 months, starting in October 2015, I produced about 20 videos. They were pretty much just Super Mario World. That was my first Let's Play. I averaged only about 3 videos per month, so that's pretty low, or just under 1 per week. Then I took another 1.5-year hiatus, returning October 9th, 2017, and I did a channel update. That was my first channel update, and I kind of introduced the concept of the frog play. So that was about 1.5 years ago. And the frog play, again, just as a reminder, you can go look at my playlist on frog plays. I think I have a little description there that says it best, but it's just basically, it's not a full Let's Play. It's something that can evolve into a full Let's Play, but it's basically just me deciding, you know what, I want to play a video game, and I want to play a video game, and I want to record it. So I just want to get like a taste of it. It's a little sampling of it, whether I start at the beginning, somewhere in the middle, or towards the very end. I just want to, play this game and do some commentary on it. So it's just kind of like a little, like a sampler of a Let's Play. So anyway, that's what I talked about then, about 1.5 years ago. I ended up finishing Mario World 2 years after starting it and the channel. It took a long time for me to finish Super Mario World. And I think when I finally finished it, I was kind of just pumping out videos as fast as I could, because I was like, you know what, this has been taking too long. So I was just like, let's just get it over with. Let's just finish it up. So I don't remember a whole lot of the latter half of the videos for Super Mario World. I think that I was just cranking them out as fast as I could, because it was taking way too long. And that kind of also inspired me to decide, you know what, I don't think I want to just focus on one Let's Play, because I think the problem when you focus on one Let's Play is that you kind of get a little bored of it. And then it just kind of becomes a drag, almost a chore to play through it. And I'll talk a little bit more about that too. So I took another year-long hiatus before finally coming back. So this channel is over 3 years, but it doesn't feel that way. It really doesn't. Like I said, I started October 8th, 2015. So it's over 3 years, but it doesn't feel like that old. So it's crazy. I didn't really. I wanted to start off this channel fresh and exciting and like really keep up with it, but I failed miserably. And you know, I thought when I came back in February, maybe I should just do another channel, but I was like, no, I'm already Frogman forever. I'm gonna keep it that way. So I just whatever. Anyway, so since I returned this past February, this year I'm talking about now, we're finally caught up on the timeline. I decided I'm going to have a new channel philosophy. And I mentioned this earlier about the not asking for subscribers, and I'll get into that again in just a second. I like my slogan, half man, half frog, all gamer, forever. Frogman forever. So I kind of copied and pasted this from my About section on my channel. I'll probably just read this out loud. It says, "Hello YouTube, welcome to my brand new channel. I'm kicking it old school with a relatively classic format of Let's Plays." So basically what I'm referring to is just kind of how Let's Plays kind of used to be. They used to be more simple, no fancy introductions. I kind of made my own introductions for certain segments of videos, but I didn't really want to do anything too fancy. Just keep it simple, something, you know, short and sweet. And just kind of, you know, really just sticking to the whole classic Let's Playing format. You know, do, you know, relatively short videos to try to keep them, you know, 10 to 20 minutes max. Sometimes they'll go a little longer, but that depends if it's like a frog play or not. So, I mean, I'll talk more about that later. But, yeah, just kind of keeping it simple. What else did I say? Including several segment varieties of my own creation, or at least with my own themed twists. They're not really original. It's not like anything that I created that was like brand new. I didn't invent these certain kind of segments. I just kind of added my own frog themed twist to them, so I'll talk more about those too. Nothing too fancy here, just a guy with primitive recording editing equipment and a whole lot of passion. The lag is real. Yes, it is. I don't really have the money to afford, you know, a brand new, you know, high-tech computer, something that runs better. I'm still using, as far as my primitive equipment goes, I'm still using the VC 500 diamond capture card or whatever. Very, very simple capture card. I do want to update it at some point, but I just don't have the money right now. I just don't have, like, it's just not on my agenda of things I gotta buy. And everything I have does work pretty well, and I'm very comfortable with it. It's like super convenient and easy for me to use, but it is primitive equipment. I do still have issues with some of the quality, and I know my quality is not very that, you know, like not really that great, and it doesn't compete with most Let's Players these days. But you know, it works for me. It's not too much of a hassle. So I just if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And I don't know if that's the best attitude, but it works for me. I'm happy. So whatever. As far as my editing equipment goes, I use Sony Vegas Pro 8, which is like really old. Like that was like back when I was in high school old. But hey, it works for me. I don't really have any complaints with it. I don't really use any special effects or anything anyway. I know a lot of people are using probably like 11 or 12 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what's new these days. Probably using newer stuff for all I know. But I only have an 8.0, and I don't really update that because I know those programs could be kind of expensive. So whatever. But you know, despite my you know, primitive equipment, and just the fact that, like, you know, I do experience a lot of lag and everything, it works. Somehow I make it work. It's whatever. Alright, but yeah, I do experience lag almost regularly. It hasn't been too bad though lately, I'll be honest. It's only like when I'm recording for like over 30 minutes, that's when I start really experiencing it. But for the most part, my computer still runs really well. By the way, my computer is old as shit too. Like, I'm serious, like, it's old. I got it back when I was in high school. So it's been a while. Hey, but it still works, you know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. My computer, though, one thing I will say about it is that it's on life support. Basically, if this computer gets unplugged, the whole thing shuts down instantaneously. I think the battery's like just completely dead, and the only thing that keeps it going is being plugged in. So that's not a good thing, but surprisingly, I've never really had an issue as far as like unplugging it on accident. You know, knock on wood about that, but for the most part, no, I've managed with what I have, and you know, I haven't. One of these days, the computer's gonna go down, and I'll probably lose everything. And until I figure out another way to record, I'll be out, and it may be unannounced. I'll try to announce it in some way. Maybe I'll even if I just have to record my face telling you, hey, I am done for the time being because I need to get new equipment. But I don't know, we'll see. I've always wanted to like live stream on YouTube, but I don't have the materials for that right now, or at least I don't think I do. I have to look into it. But I thought that'd be pretty fun to do that at some point in time eventually. So we'll see. I'm keeping my ideas in mind. Wow, 20 minutes down the drain. Jeez. You know, I sure do talk a lot, but you know, it's like I said before at the beginning. I know this video is going to be long, and you know, I still have more to say, but whatever. I mean, I thought, you know, maybe I should try to be more concise and condense things, but you know, I think it's just better when you get like full raw material of everything you want to say. And again, I do this also for documentation purposes, so if nothing else, it's for me. So anyway, let's move on. As of February 2019, that's basically when I started becoming active again on this channel and posting videos pretty regularly. My new channel philosophy revolves around the notion of no longer asking for subscribers or likes. I used to do this at the beginning of starting this channel. I did used to ask for likes and comments and subscriptions and all that stuff. I don't want to do it anymore. I started doing it, and I'm kind of like in the process right now of going back and changing all my video descriptions so that I could leave that part out of it. I think for a lot of my early videos I did do that. I can't really change like when I've already said it out loud in a video. I can't really like remove it. It would take a lot more work for me to go back and like alter my videos and then re-upload them and all that. I'm not going to bother with it. But like a lot of my earlier videos on this channel right here, I may have from time to time asked for subscribers. Regretfully, I don't want to do that anymore. Well, not regretfully, not wanting to do it. Regretfully, I can't change that, but I don't want to do it anymore. And basically, the whole reason, and I kind of touch up on this on my about description. I assume people, certainly by now, understand they always have those options when browsing and watching my videos. Support is always recognized and appreciated, but never requested from now on. Constructive criticism is always welcome and encouraged. I hope you enjoy yourselves if and when you tune in. So in a nutshell, what I'm basically saying is, I feel like a lot of major YouTubers nowadays, in a way, insult the intelligence of their viewers. And I hope I'm not offending anyone who has their own channel if you're watching this. I'm not saying don't ask for subscribers. Like, if you want support, if you want people to subscribe to your channel, like, I get it. You know, you want people to know that you're out there. You want to share your content with people. You want people to get something out of your videos and the content you bring. And you want them to know, hey, you exist, and that you want to provide service to them. I feel the same way. I want people to know that I have a channel. I want people to know that I have something I want to offer them that might, you know, that they might be able to get something out of. I get it. So I'm not in any way saying, you know, that people should not, you know, ask for subscribers. All I'm saying is that when I watch or when I see major YouTubers still asking for subscribers, it's kind of like insulting, because it's like, dude, you already have like so many subscribers. Like, you already have like a ridiculous amount of subscribers. You don't need to ask for more subscribers. Like, you're gonna get subscribers. Like, people already know about you. People already probably share videos about you. People tell, you know, by word of mouth, they tell each other about your channel. Like, you're fine. Like, I get that you're trying to make a living out of this, and you know, that's how you get paid and everything. But like, I just find it insulting. It insults the intelligence of the viewer to be like, hey, subscribe. But not only that, it's like YouTube has been around since 2006. People know that they can subscribe to a channel by now. Even young people, even like 4-year-olds know that they can subscribe to a channel. You don't need to remind people, hey, subscribe to my channel. If they want to subscribe, they'll subscribe. If they want to like your video, they'll like your video. If they want to comment on your video, they'll comment on your video. You don't need to remind them, hey, you know, do this. You know, that's, I don't know. I hope I'm not sounding like I'm getting like really upset, because it may sound like that. But like for me, this is just my personal like philosophy on it. I'm actually kind of disappointed I didn't realize this earlier. Like I should have like noticed this like from the start. But I know full aware that anyone who watches my videos has the intelligence, has the capacity to understand that if they want to subscribe, they can subscribe. I don't need to remind you to subscribe. If you want to like my video, like my video. If you want to dislike my video, by all means, dislike my video. Because even that is constructive criticism. Like, I mean, obviously I'd want you to comment, you know, if you're going to dislike it, because I'm curious, well, why didn't you like it? What can I do to improve the experience for you? You know, but I mean, hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it. You know, I can't argue with you there. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it, and that's just kind of like why I'm no longer asking people, because I know damn well that if they want to subscribe, they'll subscribe. Anyway, I'll drop it. I'll leave it at that. Again, I'm not saying all this to upset anyone who does do that on their own. I'm just doing it because I'm just acknowledging that's the way I view it. That's the way and maybe there's a better way to articulate what I'm trying to say, a more polite way, a more respectful way to do it. But I cannot really think of a more direct, you know, way to not offend people. Like that's just the way I see it. So again, I do apologize if that upsets anyone, what I'm trying to say, but I assure you that I only say what I say with the least malicious, with the most respectful intentions that I could possibly say it. So anyway, let's move on. If anything I may ask from people, it's to comment. But that doesn't always mean it has to be a positive comment. It's kind of like, I just want constructive criticism. Like, I want people, if you do have something positive to say, you know, you're welcome to say it. And I promise you, I'll do the best I can to respond to everyone, or as many people as possible want to comment. Not that that's difficult for me now. I don't have like a strong following at this point in time. But if you don't like something, I want to know about it too. Like, I want to know, well, what didn't you like about my video? What's something that I can do to improve the experience for you? Because I do care what people think, and I mean, this is like, for me, this is like an art. You know, I think Let's Playing is an art. Being able to provide, you know, commentary that's meaningful, or that's not like a waste of people's time. You know. So it is an art form, and I think a lot of, you know, artists do still want some feedback from people, even though it's like their own creative expression. I think ultimately the artist doesn't really care what people think, because they're gonna express themselves the way they're gonna express themselves, and for basically 90% of that is true in my case. Like, I don't really care what anyone says ultimately, because this is my creation. This is how I'm going to express myself. But there's still a part of me that's like, well, but I do care about my viewers, and I don't want to waste everyone's time, and I do want to give, I do want to listen to my viewers, and I do want to, you know, bounce ideas and find ways that I can improve my channel and the whole experience I provide in my videos. So that's, if anything, the only reason why I would ask for not subscribers, for comments. Comments would probably be the only thing I would really ask for. And also, it kind of gives me an idea, hey, do you like this Let's Play I'm doing? Should I continue doing it? Should I stop doing it? Do you have any suggestions for other Let's Plays you might want to see me do? You know, do you have whatever, you know, like, that stuff is like useful to me, because I wanna also appeal to my viewers. Let's see. I already said that. But yeah, I really do. I hope you enjoy yourself when you tune in, or if you tune in to my videos. All right, let's kind of change gear here. I'm on 30 minutes now, and I've kind of rambled on a few things that I hoped I wasn't going to ramble on too much. Types of videos. So of course there's the traditional Let's Play where you just do a walkthrough of the game with commentary. Frog in the Dark. Basically, that's just a fancy way of me saying it's a blind Let's Play. Again, that's what I'm going back to, this whole frog theme. You know, just like frog themed segments. A Frog in the Dark. All right. They're not the most creative names for segments, but whatever. You get the idea. So that's yeah, that's a blind Let's Play. Frog plays, like I said, those are just casual sessions, just little samplers of games. Frog Fortitude, that's like a personal challenge that I may have. Let's say it, and Atari makes great Frog Fortitudes because I'm basically playing a game for the first time, getting my initial impressions of it, and getting my initial personal best score, and then the second go around, I try to really what's the best possible score I can get, right? Can I beat my on-camera score? Can I beat my off-camera score? But those aren't going to be the only Frog Fortitudes I play. There's one that I'm kind of on the fence about whether to call it a Frog Fortitude or a Frog Flash. Probably going to be a Frog Fortitude. It's like another challenge that I want to have for myself. At some point I want to do Super Mario World, and I want to complete it from the beginning of the game until defeating Bowser. I want to do it in under 25 minutes. I've come close to doing it in practice, and I think I can do it on camera, but I probably have to do some practicing on it too. So that would be a great Frog Fortitude example, is like me trying to beat Super Mario World in under 25 minutes. Frog Flash, that's like a speed run. But I must emphasize, none of my speed runs on this channel are ever going to be professional level speed runs. They're all completely unrehearsed, like unpracticed. They're amateur speed runs. They're basically just me picking up the game and let's see how fast I can beat it from the beginning to the end of the game. I'm already kind of working on one in Yoshi's Island. I wouldn't say it's going that well as far as getting through the levels quickly. There's a lot in Yoshi's Island that kind of distracts you from getting from the beginning to the end, because there's so many things you want to collect and shoot and touch and everything. So it's a very distracting game. But I'm still working on it, and we'll see where it goes. So that's a Frog Flash, and then Frog Fight. I haven't done one of these yet. This is basically like a co-op versus. So I'll probably have like a special guest. You'd probably be like a family member or like a close friend, and we would just like square off in some kind of like competition, who can beat each other at whatever the challenge is. And then Frog and Friends would just be like another co-op version. I haven't done a Frog and Friends yet either, but that's where basically like I have a guest and we try to work together. I actually did record a Frog and Friends, but I haven't got around to editing it, so I might try to upload that at some point in time. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about this channel and the future of it. Basically, this new channel structure involves basically the way I've been doing my channel since I started back in February is I've been recording like 7 different projects all at once, and I'm kind of just like doing like an hour at a time. It didn't start off like that, but I kind of decided to adjust it that way. But I was basically like doing like on my first day in February when I started recording, I recorded like for a whole day, just like one episode for every project. And by the end of it, I was exhausted. Like, I was exhausted. I was like, how am I going to do this like every week, record an episode? And because I wanted to try to post almost daily. I was like, how am I going to do this? And anyway, I had to kind of like make some adjustments over the past, basically since February. And I've kind of decided what I'm going to do from now on is I'm still going to keep all the projects I have going on. I'm going to keep them up. I might be kind of like easing up a little bit on the Atari Frog Fortitudes, because those kind of like are weekly videos that since I'm already working on so many projects at once, I might just kind of like ease up on them a little bit. I am still going to work on all the projects that I've already started. but I'm probably not going to add anything else. Like, once I finish one of them, I'm probably not going to add any more, because right now I have, like I said, like maybe anywhere between 5 to 7. I haven't really counted. I have like 5 to 7 projects going on right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, like, when I finish one, and I'll tell you the first one I'll probably finish is going to be Star Fox 64, because there aren't as many episodes in Star Fox 64. But once I finish that one, that'll be one fewer project I'll have to worry about. And then I'll be, you know, basically, like, as I knock them out, I'm basically just going to try to get it to where I'm only working on, like, 3 projects, and instead of, like, 7, where I'm only going to be working on 3 projects. So basically, I'll start off my week on Mondays. I'll do my Atari Frog Fortitudes. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be my 3 current projects. And then Friday will be, like, maybe, like, a frog play. And maybe if I wanted to do a bonus video, I can do it, like, on a Saturday or something like that. But that's basically, like, my goal is to work up to that. Right now I have a lot on my plate. I'm working on a lot of projects, but eventually I want to get it to where I'm just doing like 3 projects, and then I'm doing like my Frog Fortitudes, like my Atari editions, and then maybe like some frog plays just for fun, just kind of thrown in there. That's probably what I'm going to do from now on, because it gives me more than 2 projects to work on at once. And that kind of, for me, keeps things interesting for me. I've never had more fun making videos than I have at this point right now in my Let's Playing career, if you will, or experience. Because, like, when I used to run my old channels, if anything, I'd maybe do 2 projects at once. But I would get so bored playing through the same game. Like, it was almost like when I got towards the end of finishing it, I was just like dragging. I was just like, I just want to get it done so I can start the next game. But like, that sucks. Like, you shouldn't feel like it's a chore to play games that you love playing. So like, for me, it's been actually really nice and fun to work on multiple projects at once, because like I don't get tired of any of them. Like, and I don't feel like, oh, I've been doing this for too long, like on any particular game, because I take like breaks between them. And it's like, it's just, I don't get bored. It's fun. So I think, like, I kind of want to, like, work off the formula I started in February, but just kind of condense it a little more and make it a little more simplified. So over time, as the channel progresses, you should notice that things are going to get a little more simplified and become a little more uniform over time. Right now, they're probably a little disorganized and in shambles, and you never really know what I'm going to post on a daily basis or on a every couple days basis, but I'm trying to keep the order at least, you know, pretty consistent, so that you kind of have an idea what I'm going to post next. Anyway, rambling. All right, so let's see, what else do I need to cover up? So basically, like, you know, whenever I start a new project, I'll probably just record the first episode alone, and then every, like, from the second episode on, and just like every other episode, I'm gonna just do them in sets. So like, I'll do an intro episode on a certain game, for instance, and then like the next time it's just gonna be a set where I like sit down for like an hour and I just play a game, and I'll probably break it up into multiple episodes. Like, I'll kind of cut it up, and sometimes it may be awkward and sometimes it won't, but I'm not gonna be like, all right, see y'all next time, that's the end of the video, and then like on the next episode be like, I'm back, welcome back, you know, here's the next video. I'll probably just cut it, and it'll just like not really make sense. I've already done that with some of the projects you'll see on my channel, but that's just the way I'm gonna do it, because it's so much more easy. It's so much easier for me right now to record like for a whole hour on a specific game, and I'll cut it up just like I said. I try to keep it like 10 to 15, or 10 to like 20-minute videos. I try not to do more than 15. It just depends on like how awkward the cut is or how long the levels are or whatever. But like, you know, if I record for an hour, then that gives me like at least 6 episodes, maybe 5 or 4, just depending on like how I cut it up. But that makes it easy for me, because then I can edit just like an hour at a time per game, and then it kind of gives me like an arsenal of like episodes per project, so that I'm actually only really recording like once a month, if you think about it. And if I record any time between, it's just because I'm doing like an Atari edition, or, a frog play or something simpler. So it just helps me take the pressure off myself. I think this is probably one of the most complex ways I've ever run a channel, but it's also a way that makes the most sense to me and my schedule, because I get so busy and I can't record every day and I can't edit every day. But being able to do something like this makes it so much easier for me to have enough footage to edit, but also to where I'm not sitting down every single day recording, and I'm not sitting down every single day editing. And sometimes I don't like to record when people are home. So if I have like, you know, a day where I like sitting down and record, then I can like be editing. I don't mind editing because I could, you know, have headphones in my ears when I edit, and I can just sit down and edit while I have, like, if there's anyone in the house, they don't have to hear me like actually recording on my microphone or talking out loud. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. And I'm kind of getting close to the end of of this video. Dang, 40 minutes. Wow, does that go? So I knew this was gonna be a long video. I just didn't know how long. All right, let's see. Where are we? So that's the new channel structure. Currently tackling. Oh yeah, I said 6 major projects. Oh, Pikmin. Let's talk about Pikmin. So Pikmin was the only project so far that I started but did not finish, and the only reason why I have not played Pikmin again, and I do plan on finishing that Let's Play, by the way, the only reason why I have not continued it is because for the life of me I cannot find Pikmin. I don't know where it is. Like, I don't know where my copy of the game is, and I thought, well, maybe I can go out and buy it, but that would involve me. No, actually, I wouldn't have to start from the beginning because I still have the memory card. So maybe I'll just need to go buy another copy of Pikmin. What bothers me, though, is that it was lost with Pikmin 2, because I also have the second one. And I know I had them together at some point in time, so it's like I don't want to have to go buy another copy of Pikmin and Pikmin 2, because I know I have them somewhere, and I know I didn't lose them. They're somewhere in this house, I'm sure. I just cannot find them. Like, I don't remember where I put them. So, like, I need to go, like, searching for them. But when I find them, I promise I'll start recording those again. I do want to finish that project. I don't want to leave it incomplete. So there's that. Also, I'm kind of juggling around this idea for this new segment called Mario Sports, and it's basically just like me organizing like a tournament, and it's all just like mock and silly, and I might add my, like, you know, sports commentary kind of thing to it. I don't know. I haven't really planned it out completely, but one thing I really want to do is almost like an annual Super Mario Strikers tournament. I think that'd be so much fun. Again, it would pretty much just be me playing the computer, because I don't have like the means of getting, you know, people of my family all together to record this. As far as commentary goes, so it's basically gonna be me versus the computer. But I have like an idea what I want to do with it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I may even start recording it soon, but just kind of do like an annual tradition of Super Mario Strikers, because that game is so much fun, and I would love to share my idea with you all as far as what that's gonna entail. But not in this video, but we'll see. Alright, the goal moving forward is to upload at least 5 videos per week. I already kind of touched up on that. Yeah, I already talked about that. Let's see, currently averaging about... So right now I'm currently averaging about 15 to 16 videos per month. It's probably a little less recently because I've been on vacation for like the past like 7 days. My vacation's going to be over in a couple days. So during my vacation, I thought maybe I could record more, but at the same time, I kind of just like relaxing and taking it easy and spending time with my girlfriend and spending time with family. My brother came into town, and he's up in Europe. He's been in Europe for the past couple years, so you know, and you know, also it's been like the Easter break, so that's something that my family and I like really celebrate every year. It's like my favorite holiday. We all get together and we do all kinds of like, you know, it's kind of like a field day, really. We do all kinds of like little traditions and stuff like that. So it's really fun, and I've been taking it easy lately, and I'm still trying to post videos, but I haven't done it as much. But when I was, you know, recording and posting videos a little more regularly since I started, back in February. I was maybe averaging, like I said, 15 to 16 videos per month, about 3 to 4 videos per week, which is pretty good. It's probably the most productive I've been in my whole 7 years recording Let's Plays. And that's, if I would have, thought to myself, would I ever be productive again, back when I started in February, I honestly would never have guessed that I'd ever be this productive, because I've never been this productive, except maybe when I was doing really well, doing my first channel, like almost 7 years ago. So, yeah, anyway, I'm kind of rambling about that, but I just think it's impressive, like, how I kind of had this idea for how to structure my channel and how it's been going so well, and I've been able to crank out videos. I actually, as of now, have about 18 videos ready to upload, because I just have, like, this little arsenal that I'm kind of keeping. It's my reserves, like I have these videos I've never had 18 videos ready to upload in my life. But I have, a little collection. I'm going to have some more as I record. I'm actually going to record some more Crash Bandicoot today, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's just funny because I've been on hiatus for about 4.5 of the last 7 years. So I technically only have about 2.5 years of experience making videos, but I really enjoy it. I'm basically done here. I'm about to wrap this up here. I just want to end with these thoughts that are like, look, I really enjoy what I do. It's so much fun. It's my outlet. It's my chance to express myself artistically. Let's playing is such a huge part of my life. It got me through depression. All I want to do moving forward is give back to the Let's Playing community. I want people, I'm not going to ask for subscribers, but I want people to know, especially people who aren't subscribed, who are just kind of tuning into my videos, look, I'm here for you. I want to make you smile just once if you watch my video. Like, that's my goal. Like, I want you to know that I exist and people like me exist, and we just want to make this a positive experience for you. I'm not doing this for the money. I mean, obviously, it'd be nice, to make this like my career. I would love to do this for a living, but it's not realistic, and I've kind of accepted that, and I've come to terms with it. And I mean, not recently. I mean, like years ago, I've came to terms with it, and I still am to terms with it. But I do this because I love it. I enjoy it. I love playing video games, but I also like sharing it with people, and this is a great way for me to continue to do that. And yeah, I hope that people who tune in, whether you're a subscriber or not, I hope that you do find something valuable. You do take something from my video or my videos. Future ideas, I probably won't get to them anytime soon. Well, Grand Theft Auto 2 might be a fun game to play. I'll see if I can get like a good working copy of that. I don't think I'd play the whole thing because I've never beaten that game in its entirety, but I do enjoy it, and I probably could get some progress done on it, but it probably wouldn't be a full Let's Play. Chrono Cross was an idea. That's another PS1 game that I thought would be good as far as incorporating a PS1 game. The problem with Chrono Cross and like most RPGs is that they're really long, and the way I structure my channel, it would take me forever to finish it. I'm not gonna rule it out, but it might be fun to do. Final Fantasies, of course, are fun. Final Fantasy X was one that I started on my old channel, but I never finished it. I may consider doing that again. They did release it on the Switch, like in an HD version, so who knows, maybe I'll play that. But then again, I haven't figured out how to record off the Switch, so that's kind of bleh. If anything, I'd record it on a PS2. But Animal Crossing is another one that I've thought about for the GameCube, just because that would be a good like little blog kind of Let's Play. I don't know, I haven't really decided. I might not even do it, but it's just they're just ideas I'm juggling around. Other ideas I've thought about were like I started Mario 64 on my old channel and I never finished it. I've kind of thought about going back to my old channel just to finish it, like just to kind of like put some closure to that Let's Play. But I've also thought about just restarting it on this channel, so I don't know, I'm on the fence. If anyone has an opinion on it, leave a comment. Final Fantasy X, I already talked about that one. Ghostbusters was another one that I started on my old channel, but I never finished it. and I don't know why, but for the life of me, I can't figure out how I was able to record PS3 before, but I can't record it now. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, my capture card cannot detect the PS3. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cable I use for it. I bought a generic cable, but it doesn't work either. I don't know what's going on. I have to figure that crap out. But I would love to be able to record from the PS3 again, because that's so fun. And I actually have a few games on the PS3 I've never played before that I would love to do some blind Let's Plays on. So we'll see. I talked about the Super Mario World in under 25 minutes, the Frog Fortitude Challenge. That's basically it. I've touched up on everything, and I've been talking for about 50 minutes, and so I that's a long time. But you know, I don't really expect anyone to have watched this video, especially not in its entirety. If you did, wow, thanks. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate you were interested enough to kind of listen to me talk for that long. I'm very humbled by that. I really appreciate it. Seriously, I do. But you know, if nothing else, you know, just know that this video's here. Just kind of for documentation purposes. It's, if nothing else, it's for me. Yeah, I hope to, you know, continue producing some great content for you all. Again, the goal eventually will to maybe be about 5 videos a week, and only 3 projects. But for right now, I can't just like leave projects incomplete. I want to complete everything I've ever started, including Pikmin, which I will get back to at some point. Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, you take care. Bye-bye.